what's up with his family. This truck talks with Q9. Make sure to drop a few lines, man, elaborate on a few things, man. I'm ready to double back on communication. To correlate communication with a lot of things, the best way I can say is it's a two-way street. Ain't no one way, ain't no such thing as going the wrong way. Ain't no such thing as you can't hit a U-turn. Ain't no such thing as not going through, parking on the side, like anything. Take time to drive down that path. When you come past that other car, if they're on the wrong lane, it's going to be a collision. So therefore, they have to move over in their lane, you move in your lane so you can pass through. Sometimes it might be a car parked right down the side to where you got to give them the right of way, and then you move around. When I take that into consideration and talk about moving around the topic, stay in lines on the conversation, but move around in the topic because you have to wait on them. You have to listen to them. Not listen to speak, but listen and hear them with your mind and your heart. Take time to put yourself in their shoes to understand where they're coming from. Because whether they just talking on the light note, negative note, bad note, whatever it is, the reason why they feel the way they feel, let's take time to evaluate their emotions. Let's evaluate how serious it is. Let's take time to evaluate their mindset. Why they talking about this? Where did this come from? How did this come about? Take time. It takes time to elaborate on communication. Communication is not, no, I say one thing to you when we go about our day. No, I say one thing to you. You expound on it and respond. I take in information and feedback from you, and I recite that back to you with more information. Therefore, we're going back and forth. Not an argument way, but we're going back and forth to receive the information that we're bouncing off each other to come to a common conclusion. Not agree to disagree. Not know I'm gonna take your side because you might be right. No, you might be right on your note, and I'm gonna be right on my note. But let's bring this together and figure out where the hell is we going with this. We got to come up with a finish line, because when we establish this finish line, by the time we get to this finish line, me and you should have an understanding. Me and you should be able to walk away and be able to revert back to what we just talked about if everything else fails, because we knew what the fuck we was talking about. We gained understanding. The only reason why two people ever come back and talk about whatever the fuck they was talking about, because it was no understanding, and someone got confused in the mix. The thing about it is, leave the confusion where it's at. Take time to thoroughly talk and communicate and build, because that's the only way we build with people is communication. That's the only time we take time to create bonds, evolution in us. You know, whether it's a friend, a relationship, the dynamics, taking time to understand that person and where they at. If you got the time and energy to walk with them down that journey and that path, then it will all make sense when you're moving along. Initially, it won't make sense, probably. But as you walk in, either the sense is going to become or the sense is going to be lost. Therefore, you need to stop and, hey, we need to talk. I ain't feeling this. You need to talk about how you feel. You need to talk about what you're thinking. You need to allow that other person that you're in communication with to ease what the fuck they thinking about, because you're relying on them to feed you information about whatever it is y'all are doing. How are they feeling? You know, what's going on with them? It takes time. It's a sit down. Mentally, metaphorically, it's a sit down every step of the way. I don't want to bring you somewhere with me if you don't understand. If you can't sit back and conduct yourself in a certain manner of where we're going, I didn't take time to thoroughly let you understand what we finna do. Sometimes I might just say, shut the fuck up, let's roll. But more than so, I'm gonna talk to you and tell you, hey, you can't be acting like this. You can't be doing that. Hey, we going to a different place right now. Hey, we gotta leave that back where we was at. We go back and pick it up. Right now, we gotta conduct ourselves this way. We gotta carry ourselves that way. We gotta dress like this. We gotta talk like this. We gotta walk like this. We gotta be mindful in this. And then we go about doing the actual questions, because I know you may not understand. If you don't understand, don't act like you understand. Don't act like you get it, because when we get here and you get to act in this certain type of way, I'm going to be pissed, because you didn't take time to ask questions on something I was telling you. I'm not trying to lead you blind, but you led yourself blind because you didn't take time to understand and ask questions. Questions is key. I don't care how dumb you may think it is, how slow, it don't matter. At the end of the day, if you're with somebody that is attentive to you, they're going to take time to make you feel like the smartest person in the world. All because of that question you asked. Talk to these people. Give understanding. It's a compassion thing. It comes with passion. It comes with all things that makes the most sense in order for a relationship, a bond, a friendship, communication, development to grow in value, to be worth having. that's what makes the most sense in this whole thing. Making it work something happens. So why would I want to have a person that don't understand me? Why would I want to keep a person around me that don't understand me? Because they don't ask questions. I may feel like I'm talking directly to you. I'm using the smallest words I can use, and you still don't understand me. If you don't take time to ask questions to understand me, you would never understand me. You would never get me. And I'm going to take me out of the equation, but you would never take time to understand and get this other person. Because this is a whole person, however old they is, they've been dealing with it their whole life. So they're not going to see what you see, but with your eyes, you're supposed to help them see. Communication is valuable. Communication is key. Without communication, my bro told me, he was like, communication is a lost art. And it made me sit down and think. It is. I couldn't even ask certain questions because it is lost. Because when I do bring communication to everything that I do, I get the praises, I get the appreciation, I get all of that. And I just sit there looking like, man, I'm not doing nothing that I don't know how to do. Like, and this is what I want you to do. I want you to make sure you understand. I want to make sure you understand. Because I don't know it all. And I would even go on the line and say I could be wrong. Now, I might be wrong. And let's take it even further. I am wrong, but this is my opinion about it. If I'm wrong, correct me. Because as a person that's standing with me, you're supposed to tell me when I'm wrong. You're supposed to have the courage enough to tell your brother, you know, your friend, your whatever it is. You're supposed to be able to tell them that they're wrong. Now, you don't do it in disclosure of others, but you do it in a way that helps them understand that they not feeling being attacked. Like, hey, man, you was wrong. Hey, bro, you was wrong. Me? I'm gonna cut your ass out. Man, I'm gonna cut your ass out. You know what I mean? I'm that friend. Like, man, I'm doing your ass. But I say that to say is that communication is very valuable. Define it for yourself. Realign it for yourself. Manage it for yourself. Because that's the only way you can give yourself truth to somebody else. Communication.